What does a 24-year-old eat in Saigon with less than $2? Hi, I'm Marshon. Today, I will show you my realistic food diary. Let's start with breakfast. I walk to a small local vegetarian stall near my alley. I order a full plate of vegetarian rice. It costs exactly 25,000 Vietnamese dong. That is around $1. Vegetarian food here is incredibly cheap. It uses fresh vegetables, tofu, and mushrooms. These plant-based ingredients are great for your health. They provide clean protein and high fiber. It is low in cholesterol. It helps purify my body and balances my mind after stressful days. One big plate like this is a generous portion. It keeps my stomach warm and comforted. It is a perfect choice for a healthy morning. I head back to the office. I work until dark. After a short break, it is time to clock out. Saigon after hours is always chaotic. The streets are flooded with motorbikes. Everyone seems busy with their own struggles. Some rush home to their families. Others return to their parents. But for me, I am all alone in this massive city. There is no one waiting at home. My only goal tonight is simple. Find a meal that is very cheap and very filling. Just something warm to end the day. For dinner tonight, I choose Bun Bo Hue. It is a famous Vietnamese beef noodle soup. It costs only 35,000 Vietnamese dong. That is about $1.4. The broth is rich, sweet, and sour. It is slow cooked with beef bones and onions for hours. The flavor is incredibly deep and fragrant. Combined with the thick, chewy rice noodles, it is a perfect match. It is very cheap, but it is completely filling. A comforting bowl to warm my stomach after a long day. The next day, I eat in a rush. I was too busy with work. I completely forgot to eat lunch. Now it is already late evening. I asked a coworker to buy this food box for me. It contains meat and healthy vegetables. The cost is only 25,000 Vietnamese dong. That is about $1. A cold meal at my office desk. This is the reality of a busy youth, but it is still very delicious. It keeps my stomach warm for the long night ahead. After leaving work, I ride my bike back. I am looking for a late dinner. I stop at my favorite spot in Phu Nhuan district. I order Pho Bo. This is the national dish of Vietnam, a true symbol of our food culture worldwide. This bowl costs only 35,000 Vietnamese dong. That is about $1.4. It is incredibly cheap. The broth is slow cooked with beef bones for many hours. It is rich, aromatic, and deep. I add a slice of lime and some fresh chili to complete the flavor. The noodles are soft and chewy. At 24, every expense is a careful choice. I have to count every penny to save for the future. Choosing a cheap meal is a must. But this bowl does not taste like a compromise. It warms my stomach. It comforts my tired heart after a long day of hard work. Another day. I head home after a long shift. I stop by Ngô Gia. It is a very famous Winter Melon Tea brand in Vietnam. I buy a giant cup to cool down. It costs 22,000 Vietnamese dong. That is around $0.85. It is huge and incredibly refreshing. I always ask the shop to pack the ice separately. They give me a big extra bag of ice. I take it home to share with my personal water flask. This small habit saves me from buying extra ice later. Living alone in the city forces you to learn. You must look after every little detail. Frugal living is not a choice. It is how I protect my budget. Tonight, I crave a little snack. I decide to treat myself. I stop by a street cart for stir-fried corn. It is cooked with dried shrimp, rich butter, and green onions. The smell is amazing. It costs 20,000 Vietnamese dong. That is about $0.8 US. The flavor is perfect. It is savory, sweet, and buttery. This is a classic and cheap street snack for local workers. It is easy to find and easy to eat. Even when times are tight, a small box like this brings a big smile. It makes my cold room feel a bit warmer. Bun Bo Hue is another must-try dish in Vietnam. It is incredibly delicious. The broth is slow cooked with beef bones for a long time. It smells so fragrant. I mix it with spicy sauté chili. At this local spot, a bowl costs only 35,000 Vietnamese dong. That is about $1.4 US. Another day, I got sick. My throat hurts. I need something easy to swallow. I buy a bowl of porridge in the center of District 1. It costs only 30,000 Vietnamese dong. That is $1.2 US. This is Cháo Long Heo, a pork organ porridge. It is packed with various clean toppings. The thick porridge is served hot. It is best eaten with chili fish sauce. Porridge is always the perfect comfort food for a sick day. After buying the porridge, I head back to my tiny room. Living alone in Saigon means facing sick days by yourself. No one is here to take care of you. It feels heavy, tiring, and lonely. The medicine is not bitter. But this loneliness is much more bitter than medicine. You have to be strong for yourself. This pork porridge is truly delicious. The hot porridge is mixed with ginger and pepper. It helps cure my cold quickly. Pepper and ginger warm up my body inside. When you are sick, all you need is a hot bowl of cháo lòng and a dose of medicine. By tomorrow morning, you will recover fast. Your body will feel fresh again. I often visit a roadside noodle cart. I order a bowl of Tieu Mi. It costs 20,000 Vietnamese dong. That is around $0.8 US. These food carts are very common across Vietnam. It is just a simple noodle dish, but it is completely filling. Because it is so cheap, there is very little meat. The meat slices here are cut so thin. They look just like a thin leaf. You can try it when you visit Vietnam. The flavor is not high-end or super special, but it provides a warm, filling meal for low-income workers. It is incredibly cheap. A humble but honest taste of Saigon street life. This is the last dish in this video. On the weekend, my younger brother and I crave a special dish, Bun Bo Hue. It features fermented shrimp paste. Many people cannot eat it. It is made from crushed shrimp and salt, fermented for months. The smell is very strong and pungent, but when you mix it with sugar, lime, and chili, it becomes frothy and magical. It blends perfectly with the hot toppings, fried tofu, rice noodles, and boiled pork. We eat at a famous spot in Bintan district. The price is very reasonable. I love this place because of the doi sun. It is a fried pork intestine stuffed with minced meat, soft cartilage, and herbs. It is tender and chewy. Dipping it into the shrimp paste is incredibly delicious. Words cannot describe it. You should definitely try this unique flavor. Thank you so much for watching. I have been sick for a few weeks, so I stayed home a lot. I could not film Saigon as much as I wanted, but I promise to show you more of the city soon. Please like and subscribe for my journey. Goodbye.